Hello Pisces, welcome back to my channel. I'm here today to do your August 2019 monthly reading for Pisces. So in the pre-shuffle, I was getting a focus on two cards that fell out. The Lovers card that fell out and the Justice card that fell out. So you could possibly have been dealing with a Gemini or a Libra. But I feel like whatever the situation is for Pisces, generally speaking, that there will be justice in a love situation for Pisces this month during August. The focus is definitely on justice in love for Pisces. So let's see what's going on for Pisces. My lovely fellow fishies. I feel better. I don't know about any other Pisces. I don't know if this goes according to rising. I am an Aries rising. But ever since the Mercury retrograde is over, like I feel more in tune with myself. It could have been anything personal, but my energy was low. I wasn't really picking up messages. I wasn't really feeling the reading that I was doing. The readings, plural. So, okay, so we have the Death card. Could possibly be dealing with a Scorpio. But there is definitely an end to a situation for Pisces. And since it's at the beginning of the reading for Pisces, I want to say that something has already ended. If not, it will be ending soon. Or you're in the process of ending something. Something is in the process. Oh man, I'm sorry about that. My cards just, while I was shuffling, it just shot the whole thing all the way over. My bad. These cards are pretty heavy. I thought they were like cheap at first, but then I was like, oh no, these cards are definitely heavy. But as I was like shuffling them, they just kind of like shot the hell out. So since that Death card is at the beginning of the reading, could possibly be dealing with a Scorpio or someone that has Scorpio in their chart, like a Scorpio moon, Scorpio rising. Since it's at the beginning of the deck, sorry, you guys are definitely ending something, have already ended something, are in the middle of ending something, and it's a transition. And as I was explaining to other signs that I was seeing death come out in the reading, death is not always a bad thing. Death card coming out in the reading to me can determine or can say, okay, this is a transition to something new. That leaves room for the birth of a new era, something that, you know, is supposed to be in your life, whether it's a reason, season, or a lifetime, Pisces. So definitely a good deal when the Death card comes out in the reading, Pisces. So thank you so much for joining me. Okay, and again, the Justice card just came out. Definitely dealing with the Libra or someone that's on the Libra-Scorpio cusp. But definitely having justice in a situation. The Chariot could possibly be dealing with a Cancer. But I feel like you're moving on from a Libra, or you're moving away from a situation that was imbalanced. The reason why I say that because the scales are off. So you could possibly be moving away from a situation that was definitely imbalanced in your favor. And you're moving into a Ten of Cups. I think I saw this before for Pisces. Like, you guys are either on a long journey into happiness or something. Because I think I got a similar reading months ago for Pisces that looks this way. But Ten of Cups. Definitely moving into a Ten of Cups away from a situation that was imbalanced for you for a very long time. So this is very good news, very good for me. Like, I feel like this is exactly what I'm saying. It's good to end things that are not serving you. Now we have the Eight of Hazards. Could be dealing with an earth sign, but I feel like this is just Pisces working hard at receiving this Ten of Cups. You could be working hard at a new career, new project, but I feel like you're moving away from, you're ending an imbalanced situation. You're moving away from an imbalanced situation and moving into your happiness. And you're working hard at finally being happy, completely happy. Or working hard at a very happy love situation, whether it be family and whether it be home. But Pisces, this is definitely a good thing. I know that it can be discouraging sometimes, being so different, being emotional and intuitive, and people don't understand, being very empathetic and feeling other people can sway your mood so swiftly. And some Pisces, I get come off a little mean, or some people may think they come off a little mean, and it really just is. Pisces can listen to their friends, listen to their family members, listen to co-workers, and take on the energy of whatever they're going through. And if they don't know how to protect themselves, which protection stones are really good for, or rinsing away or cleaning away the energy, they're stuck with that energy till they get rid of it. Okay, so we have the Tower. So there is a situation that came to a screeching halt, some type of belief or foundation that crumbled, that caused this transition. You could have had a belief in a love situation. You could have had a belief in love, period. And there was some type of death or ending or, transition to something that caused your whole foundation and this, belief of something to basically crumble. Okay, what came out with that was the Eight of Swords. Definitely could be dealing with an air sign, but I feel like you were blinded dealing with somebody. Like you chose to, or either you were blinded to a Libra possibly, or a imbalanced situation, a love situation that you were dealing with, and it caused you to kind of like stay in this, like just choosing to stay blindfolded to this situation and just being restricted in this situation. Like, I feel like you chose to stay this way, Pisces. I feel like you chose to stay blinded to a situation and restricted and bound to a situation. But universe says it's time for this to go. Out with the old, in with the new. We have the Five of Swords, and Five of Wands, excuse me. Yeah, Five of Swords, excuse me. So you possibly could have victory in a situation over someone else, but you may not feel like it at this time. You may feel like, just basically dead emotionally. You have victory in a situation. I feel like you're going to be moving on. So to me, this is like there was a crumbling of a foundation. You chose to stay blind to it, but universe says, you know what? You have to let this go. You have to let this go. And it's just going to keep crumbling and keep falling until you move on from it. So with the Five of Swords being here, I definitely feel like you're no longer looking at restriction. You're no longer looking at being bound to imbalance and unfair situations. And you might be mentally, you might be battling yourself. Mentally, you might have this back and forth, like while you're transitioning and moving on, maybe I should stick in, maybe I should call him, maybe I should contact he or she, maybe I should go back, maybe it was me. Stop with the mental conflict, because you're in mental conflict with yourself. And there's a final judgment coming down from the heavens. Could definitely be, to me, clarifying this Tower, like, yo, you got to make a final call in order to get this Ten of Cups. And I think that you are, Pisces. You're going to make a final call, say, you know what, I'm ending this BS. I'm making a final decision to end this combative going back and forth with whoever this is, Scorpio, Libra, Cancer, and I'm done. That's what the universe wants you to do, because this person, whoever this was, or this relationship, was only meant to teach you a valuable lesson. Now, whomever is staying in their relationships, if this relates, if it doesn't relate, then this means that this situation was meant to grow your relationship and push it forward. And the last card we have is the Six of Cups. Definitely a soulmate energy. Definitely could be a Scorpio or someone with Scorpio in their chart. But I feel like you're making a final call to end whatever this is, or you're making a final call to move forward and work hard at really finding your soulmate energy, or growing your soulmate energy, or teaching your soulmate, saying, hey, listen, this is not how I need to be treated, or just not saying anything to them and just working hard on moving forward. You're going to get your 10. Once you make this final judgment, this final call to say, you know what, enough with the BS. But also, a soulmate energy might be coming back in to revive, to revisit. And I feel like this is something that you keep probably speaking for, not myself, for general. You probably keep reliving this. I feel like this is a cycle. I feel like it goes back to this and it comes right back around to this. And for those who are not going through that, that's totally fine. If you're working on a soulmate energy and this is what you continue on with your life and this is getting better, then hey, Maybe this is what was needed to get you guys to the next stage, because it just could just be the ending of a previous cycle that you two were stuck in, and you needed this battle, this tower, this breakdown of your foundation to move forward. But whatever the situation is, whether you stay with this person or whether you move forward with another person, there was a ending that needed to happen, a transition that needed to happen. That's why it was a breaking down of a foundation for whatever the situation is, to move on to the next cycle, to move forward. And it's going to be to move forward with your soulmate energy, whether it be with the person that you're with now or someone that's coming into your life. Okay? So here we have at the bottom of the deck, the Magician could possibly be dealing with an Aries. And I feel like you guys are definitely manifesting. And right under it we have is your Two of Cups. So you could possibly be dealing with an Aries, but I feel like you are definitely manifesting your soulmate energy, your Ten of Cups. But Pisces is a process. You have to keep moving, whether it be with the same person or whether it be with someone different. But you will know, and in your heart of hearts, Pisces, you're intuitive. Nobody has to tell you. You know what you need to do. If this person is not getting it, if they're not moving on with treating you better or actually showing action, then it's time to move forward. If this person is possibly showing progress and they're saying, hey, listen, and you know that they want to work this out, and they're saying, hey, listen, I want to work this out, I want to get better, and you're seeing progress, then work it out. Then continue to work it out. But there has to be some sort of shake-up here that will happen. It will happen in August. It's going to force you to stop. You're going to try to blind yourself to it, but I feel like it's going to keep causing you to have mental conflict and for you to make that final decision to do what you need to do, Pisces. And without you doing this final thing, your Ten of Cups won't fall in line. I feel like once you do, the Ten of Cups and the soulmate, it will fall together. You'll be able to finally manifest your Two of Cups, Pisces. I really feel like this needs to be worked hard at with this soulmate energy, whether it's sticking with this person that you want to work on things with or moving forward to get to your soulmate. You, in your heart of hearts, know what scenario is what. You know if you were dealing with an imbalanced or unbalanced situation. You know if you were feeling like, okay, it's time for me to go and I need to move forward with somebody who really loves me, who really wants me. But continuing to stay blindfolded to it is only going to cause this to keep continuing to happen. Either a mental battle within your mind or between you two actually. And it's only going to lead to this, a final judgment to make something. Either we move forward amicably and make the right decision to work together or not. But Pisces, you know that this is coming in August, whether it hasn't happened already or if it's coming in August, possibly within the next 60 days. You have to make that decision. And the universe is going to keep you doing this until you finally make that final judgment call for real, to put your foot down, Pisces. Okay? So all the elements, like I said, all I see here really is Scorpio. You have a lot of major arcana, so I think this is going to be a major energy. You're gonna see it. It's gonna happen. And for me, the Death in the Tower is a good thing because it helps cleanse you or help you get rid of what's not supposed to be there. You know how you help the universe out? You know how you stop the Tower for this being forced on you? Do it yourself. Just do it yourself. That way you don't have to go through something unforeseen or unexpected happen to get it out of your energy. Because remember, all things work together for those who are called according to his purpose. And this is something that just has to happen. We're all together working in one energy. So whatever's going to be best for you is best for all. And I feel like you have to either make this decision or the universe will make it for you. But look at this. Once you finally do that and make that manifestation, or you finally put your foot down and make that final call, your soulmate is going to understand. Your soulmate is going to be there. You're going to be able to manifest your Two of Cups. Okay? So, do what you have to do in the month of August and all else will fall together. But I think mainly this retrograde happening the way that it happened, and if anybody will just pay attention to next year, for the first half of the year into July next year, there will be all super moons. There will be no regular full moons. The moon will be as close to the planet in the first half of the year. So understand with this retrograde, there is so much great, bountiful energy that's headed towards us. And you know who stands to benefit from this the most? The good people that know how to work this energy for everyone else. And Pisces, out of all the zodiac signs, I feel like Pisces is way more intuitive, way more in touch with humanity, and has the power. We just left the age of Pisces where Jesus Christ was, leading people to God, and just overall, he was a fisherman. Having everyone work together to, healing the sick. We have the greatest responsibility to, heal other people. And who would not benefit the most if it's not one person that can heal multiple people? We can heal ourselves. We can heal others. That's a part of our allure. That's a part of our love. So really get ready for this. I think a lot of us are in position to be healed, so we can start moving forward with a great movement. Like, this is really what needs to happen. And even within our individual lives, where all of us are important. So you can't just keep allowing someone to treat you like dirt, treat you like garbage, because you are valued, you are worth it, you are worthy. And as long as you keep dealing with this invalid situation where you're down here and they're up here, the universe is going to keep putting you in this cycle until, boom, you get it out. This is not for you to keep getting used to. This is for you to get it out. Okay? So Pisces, I thank you so much for watching. I hope it did resonate. Please let me know down in the comments if it did. You guys take care. And I'll see you in the mid-monthlies for August. Bye.